What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Childish, pulling that mystical scroll like a boss, like a boss. Sitting here, grinding it out, and getting ready to talk about that sexy samurai. As you guys know, we got a update coming on here, and it's looking pretty exciting for people that have been, keeping that samurai in storage. I got pretty lucky as for whatever reason, I decided to keep mine for the longest time. Didn't really use it. Awakened it. Didn't really use it. Just kind of let it sit there. And then about 2 weeks ago, got the motivation to actually 6-star it and utilize it in my setup because it is a water unit. And in the Conqueror and Guardian ranks, there's so much fire out there that you need a variety of units to. Wow, we're gonna fail hard. All right. Well, obviously we'll have to run this one back. But it's kind of crazy because I'm it's kind of weird. I'm excited and I'm kind of nervous at the same time with regards to this unit because this is one of those units that's with regards to setup. You could probably take it a multiple of ways. So I want to. I want to figure out. I got to figure out what I want to do. But before I get into that, I just want to do a quick, announcement here. I'm blown away by the support that I've received from some of my fellow summoners across the world. It's been amazing to see you guys all come together and for Kakamak, and so I really, really appreciate it. To show my appreciation, I'm gonna show you guys a fail right here. So yeah, hopefully we'll get more info on what's going on for him, but we'll keep you in the loop. So yeah, as far as the samurai goes, if you guys didn't see, we have ourselves the opportunity to trigger a fourth skill, which technically they kind of left us hanging in the loop. We really don't know what the deal is, but we're just hoping that it's something beneficial. I'm curious to see if it's actually going to be an offensive thing or a defensive thing. Like, considering it's a samurai, I would really love to see some kind of a some kind of an evasion. Something like the Fire Ninja, where he has opportunity to, prevent death 50% or something like that, or prevent getting hit, almost like a parry. He can parry an attack or something. I don't know, but I think what I'm gonna go ahead and do is just kind of, talk about, because I know that's with you guys, with the new changes, everybody and their mom is getting ready to use their samurai, and so I'm going to go ahead and talk a little about that rune spec. So, there's many ways to go about it. We'll go over the skills. First one, defense break for 2 turns with a 50% chance. And of course, this is for the water one. Everyone's different, but the defense break should be the same for everybody. For, I believe, the wind and water, we got the attack with the critical rate increase by 50%. And then we have the slash for the water one, Kaz, that decrease the attack gauge by 50%, with a 50% chance he's attack. And of course, the attack power is based on attack speed. So this one is unique. I currently am running a Rage Blade with attack, crit damage attack, waiting for the rune removal so I can try to work in this rune if at all possible. Speed is always nice. Hit point is always nice. It's going to be kind of hard because some of these runes are really, really nice, and I don't want to get rid of them. But we'll have to get it around. We have to play around with it. Rage Blade, attack, crit damage, attack. Now here's the deal. I've seen a multitude of combinations, and I'll kind of tell you about what I see on this one and what I like and what I don't like. So for me, unfortunately, but unfortunately, I got the stats that I want, but I don't have the speed that I want. And not necessarily speed for the third skill, but more so just speed in general. There's something about the Conquer 3 and Guardian 1 ranks that, to me, and I think it's kind of common with a lot of people up there, that you get yourself to a certain level, and you realize that when you first start out Conquer 1, Conquer 2, speed is king. Moving on to Conquer 2, Conquer 3, HP is king. Tankiness is king, and then when you're moving up to the Conquer 3, Guardian 1, Guardian 2, having that combination of speed and tankiness, for your overall, units is great. Now, of course, when it comes to DPS units like this, you're obviously going to be speccing for DPS, but the fact of the matter is, he does have a skill based on speed, but for me, from what I've noticed, I'm getting a good amount of damage still with no speed. Here, I'm still hitting anywhere from, for this last attack, I'm hitting for anywhere from 15 to 20k each attack, totaling 35 to 40k. Now, I've seen this, hit upwards 45 to 50k. So, it just kind of depends on how you spec it. Some people will say speed, crit damage, attack. Some people will say speed, attack. And here's my thing. Okay, so we got 3 different skills, right? And this one here being you can use it every 5 turns. So every 5 turns you're going to have a skill based on speed. The reason why I went attack, crit damage, attack is because since this skill, the third skill, is based on attack speed, while putting a rune on this one and sacrificing 63% attack power for speed might be good for one skill. It's one skill that you're using once every 5 turns, right? Whereas the other skills, for the other 4 out of 5 turns, are based upon attack, okay? Now keep in mind, as we go up in the type of skill, like here's the first skill, skill 2, skill 3, as we go up, right, theoretically the damage modifier on these skills should increase, right? So, if you go out of your way to get, speed substats plus the speed rune, this one should be your biggest hitter. But for me, I don't have speed. I just don't have the speed with the runes. So for me, my focus was just, putting on my best damage dealer runes with attack, crit damage, attack, which is a nice general setup for H-Blade for all attack damage users. And I'm still getting the absurd amount of damage that, one would be able to do. So my question to you is, look at your runes, look at your substats. Could you get a rage set on, rage set on there? Pushing out, 60% crit rate, 150 to 200% crit damage, and with a lot of, with some speed subsets on the side to get your speed up, for this detail. Or if not a rage blade, do you have a swift blade setup that allows you to still more or less get these stats, right around that 2k stat, right around that 150 to 175 to 200 crit damage stat, over 50% crit rate, with a swift set, and then get the little bit more bang for your buck by having, 150 speed. I'm a big fan of having plus 30 to plus 50 speed on all units, regardless if they're a speed-based unit or not. So if I had the opportunity to put a swift blade set on, I would, with attack, crit damage attack, and play around with it, because, like I said, the attack, crit damage attack right now, with these current stats, defense broken, I'm hitting for, 25 to 35k, second skill, and then third skill is anywhere from that 35 to 40k total. So overall, it's been very, very good. But, obviously I'm curious to see how it would be if I were to able to get, more or less these stats with plus, 50 to, not 50 to 100 speed. There's just no way to get there, but at least, 50 to 70 speed would be good. And right, the reason why I would, love to see that is because, as you guys know, I generally use a, Jameer in his hybrid form right now on the offense. So Jameer with a speed lead plus, Hua based on speed, and then eventually Kaz based on speed, with a speed attack would be great. But again, I'm kind of hesitant to put the speed rune on 2 because I just don't have the other, runes or whatnot to kind of add and make it, beneficial. It's kind of like Hua. Like, so here's my thought. Hua, you could talk about speed, attack, or speed, crit damage, attack. and you'll never have anybody question you. Okay, and this is why I kind of compare both. I like the attack crit damage attack versus speed attack or speed crit damage attack, right? Because this one's based on speed, but it's one out of every 5 turns. With Hua, it makes sense to go speed attack because she has 2 skills. One you use every 4 turns, so 3 out of 4 turns I'm using a skill based on speed. So hopefully that kind of helps you out. I don't think I explained it good early on. The reason why I like speed attack is because 3 out of 4 times I'm utilizing a skill based on speed. And if you guys have watched me, 4 out of 4 times basically I'm using a skill based on speed, so I'm always using this skill. But with Kaz, I'm using a skill every 5 turns that is based on speed. Everything else is based on attack and attack power and whatnot. So I believe, it's my belief that even though you can probably get a little bit of extra DPS on the 3rd attack if you do kind of buff for speed on the 2 slot, I actually prefer attack crit damage attack, because the majority of the time, 4 out of 5 times, I'm going to be utilizing a skill that is not based on speed, and I'm still getting a good amount of damage. I've tested it. Other people have tested it. It's good. So again, if there's a way to blend both worlds, maybe try to find yourself an attack crit damage attack set up with Swift Blade, so that you can get anywhere from 30 to 50 speed, as just kind of a bonus. But I would still, as a 6-star monster, shoot for that plus 50 crit rate, shoot for that 150, 175, 200 crit damage, and you will see yourself some really, really good progress. I'm looking forward to utilizing this. Maybe in the future I'll go ahead and max it out, because having the opportunity to break defense for a 75% chance with a Awaken ability to increase effect accuracy definitely makes it a little bit easier to land that defense break. So I think that he will be clutch, down the road. If I get the right runes, I ain't gonna lie. If I get the right runes, if I can get these substats here with the right runes, I might even switch to a Violent Blade, just to get the opportunity to get additional attacks. Once that defense is broken, it's going to be big. But because we don't know what this force skill is going to be, if it has something to do like a Kung Fu Girl, or it adds additional damage, maybe it's not an evasion-based skill, having the opportunity to do additional churns and get an opportunity to cast this again, which is going to have the highest amount of chance to trigger, 50% chance to trigger that additional skill, that might make this thing a powerhouse beyond belief. So super excited. I don't really know what else to say other than I'm just waiting for this update to come through. So as far as that guy goes, if you guys didn't know about the 1.5.7 update, go ahead and hit your event button. Check it on down. It's going to be down here below for the 1.5.7 preview. Check it out. I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there. Nick the Reek already did a nice little video showcasing the stuff, and be sure to check that out if you haven't got the opportunity to do. Speaking of, let me do a quick. He's gonna laugh his butt off here. Let me see if I can find him. Let me see where he's at. All right. I'm looking. I'm on my computer right now, and I can't seem to find him. Oh, there we go. All right, got to do a name drop here. All right, do me a favor, guys. I need some quick support here. We got a subscriber. We got a YouTuber here that's about to hit 100 subscribers. He's at 96 right now. Mushbeard Gaming. Check out his link on the description below. Let's get him to 100 subscribers. He's been in the game for quite some time, trying to help us out with arena videos and arena spotlights. So real quick name drop. I remembered how excited I was to get my first 100 subscribers. It's a big milestone for us that go out of our way to make these videos for you. So Mushbeard Gaming, check him out in the description down below. I appreciate your support as always. This is Childish with ChildishPlays checking out. Take care. We'll see you next time. Bye.